So
Now, Dad,
who's starting this thing off?
you are.
Okay. Please like, subscribe, and our follow.
Wait, slower. I'm trying to take notes on our new teasy thing here.
Please like, subscribe, and or follow This Is True Really News on your favorite podcast medium. Because we're pretty much there.
Yeah.
And ask your friends.
If we're not, harass them.
Yes.
Until they add us.
Ooh, I'd like that very
We are
much.
not above strong arming.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
So, I have weapons stories.
Ooh, I like weapons.
Do you remember the story, Bubba Shot, the country song, Bubba Shot the Jukebox?
Yes.
Reckless discharge. Hell, I hit just where I was aiming. So sometimes people get spooked, right?
Yeah.
And, you throw a desktop out the window or deck a significant other, those kind of things. Fight or flight.
Yeah.
So, Washington man got scared by a bursting soda pop. Had that happen, right? Where a can will explode.
Yeah. I've never heard one, though,
I haven't. I've heard of them.
I've heard road explosions.
He responded in the most logical manner we could think of. Yes.
He shot
his refrigerator.
Something in the refrigerator is out to get me.
Yeah. According to eyewitness reports, he then ran outside screaming about how someone had just tried to shoot him. You can guess what the eyewitnesses did. 911. Police officers arrived at the scene, eventually arrested the guy because the handgun turned out to be illegal. Let's go back. Cops arrived. They find the guy in question in an alleyway outside his house. After figuring out there was one gunshot and one exploded can of pop.
Yep.
And a severely wounded refrigerator. The police department found the guy yelling incoherently. He had discarded the weapon, leaving it lying in the middle of a nearby road. When they questioned him, he told his downstairs neighbor had tried to shoot him. Yes, downstairs neighbor. Therefore, he had resorted to self-defense and shot back.
At the refrigerator.
Yeah. The man's story, of course, fell a little bit flat when cops tried to talk to the basement residents. Turns out there aren't any basement residents.
Well, maybe you just can't see them.
No, the man doesn't have a basement.
There is a problem here.
The cops...
Has he been eating the mushrooms he's been finding in his yard?
The man told officers he had found the weapon 2 weeks earlier. So the police did what they do. They arrested the guy, booked him for second-degree unlawful possession of a firearm, and, of course, unlawful discharge of a firearm. Just hit where he was aiming. No word as yet on the condition of the fridge.
I knew some guys up by...
I would guess serious but stable. That's always what we hear.
Serious but stable? Yeah, I knew some guys up near Cross Lake, Minnesota. And this is when I was working at a camp up north one summer. And one of the guys comes back, a friend of mine from high school. He says, "You will not believe what I just saw." What? I was over delivering meals to Fish and Stink's brother. And they were twins.
Fish and
Stink. Those were their nicknames. They're the ones they chose. They would terrorize people on the sidewalks, driving their bikes like madmen. And Stink.
Yeah.
And
old F&S.
And their brother lived by himself, and the camp would take him meals, things like that, make sure that he things got cleaned up, occasionally take him in to get his clothes washed and things. And the TV set had a bullet hole in it. And Matt looks at him and says, "What happened here?" He says, "Me and Matt Dillon finally had it out."
Who won?
That was exactly what Matt asked, and he wouldn't answer him.
Guess we know who won then.
So,
Yeah.
for rent in London. This bright, airy studio flat offers a charming and affordable living space in an unbeatable location.
Wowzers.
Huh?
Wowzers.
Yeah. The versatile layout has plenty of built-in storage, and there is a stunning shared garden. Situated down the picturesque road of St. Martin's, the property is ideally located, only a 5-minute walk to Stockwell Station and nearby to all the amenities that Brixton's vibrant high street has to offer. This flat has high ceilings, a mixture of carpets and wood floors, and a reasonably sized kitchen and bathroom. There's also a communal garden. What about the bedroom, you might ask?
What about the bedroom? I ask.
Well, if you look in the corner of the living room, you'll see a ladder that leads to cupboard doors.
Yeah.
Slither up there, crawl through the doors, and voila, you're in bed.
No, I'm not.
True, it's not a stand-up bedroom, but the mattress fits perfectly. There are built-in shelves and enough room for a small dresser. All of this for just 1,100 pounds per month. That's about 1,528, $1,528 US.
Who could turn that down?
Yeah, well, who could sleep in it? Not me. That's a little claustrophobic.
And I'm not going up and down a ladder every time I wake up and have to go to the bathroom.
Oh boy, that would be dangerous.
Just saying, Weapons story number 2. By the way, no refrigerators harmed in this story.
Oh, that was so nice.
German courts convicted an 84-year-old man of illegal weapons possession for having a personal arsenal that includes a tank, a flak cannon, and multiple other items from World War II.
A flak cannon? Those are 88s.
Yeah.
That thing's huge.
Could be 70. No, you're probably right. 88s.
Yeah, because they repurpose them everywhere.
Yep. The state.
You having fun with that denture stuff?
No, I am not. No.
Well, you still look good.
The state district in the northern city of Kiel handed the man a suspended prison sentence of 14 months and ordered him to pay a fine of 250,000 euros, about 300 here, thousand. Yeah. According to the German news agency, it also ordered the defendant, whose name was not given, those Germans and their privacy.
Yeah.
He was ordered to sell or donate the 45-ton tank and the anti-aircraft cannon to a museum or a collector within the next 2 years. What if he's a collector? Maybe that's how he gets.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's so much fun to take the flak cannon out and fire it a few times,
Wait for it. Authorities discovered the illegal military arsenal during a 2015 raid of the collector's storage facility in northern Germany.
That's one big storage facility.
They were investigating black market Nazi-era art. I don't know that I call these art. The investigation did turn up 2 bronze horsey statues.
Okay.
They once stood in front of Adolf's chancellery. Those items were in another man's possession, though. So during the raid of the defendant's property, authorities seized tank, flak gun, machine guns, automatic pistols, and more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
Oh, my.
Local media reports that the man did make, no secret of the weapons and even brought the tank out at times during bad weather to use as a snowplow.
I do love it. Was it one of those you had to crank up from the back to get started?
I hope not. I'm kidding. We're talking World War II.
No, they used to start some of them that way.
Really?
Yeah. Big ones like Tigers. 2 guys on a crank handle in the back.
If it's a Tiger, he did not bring that out and no one noticed.
Right.
They were
large.
Boom.
Susan Gray told North Carolina education lottery officials she meant to purchase tickets for 2 separate Carolina Cash 5 drawings the day she accidentally bought 2 identical tickets for the drawing on Saturday.
Okay.
Jackpot was $305,000. Well, $305,046.
Yeah.
And she had the only 2 winning tickets.
Good for her.
She now, though, has to split the jackpot with herself.
Oh,
So
that can
this
lead
is true.
to ugly
Yeah.
arguments.
This is True Really's crack team of investigators reports the lawsuits have already been filed.
Not speaking to one another. Ah, family.
This is True Really News. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.